What's going on, you guys? Tyler, your wandering therapist here. Just a couple days after Thanksgiving right now. It's a beautiful morning. Sun's about ready to come up over the edge of those mountains behind me. And I was just thinking about this last weekend that went on, and a couple of thoughts that just went through my mind that I wanted to share with you guys, mainly about thoughts about raising daughters and how to inoculate your daughter from marrying the wrong guy. And I don't know that I've got it all right, but I just had an experience this weekend with a son-in-law of mine who's married to my oldest daughter. And after they left this weekend, I just thought, man, I feel so lucky that my daughter chose that caliber of a man. And I was just thinking about my fears as a father. You know, if you're a father and listening to this, you'll know what I'm talking about. That one of the biggest fears you have is that your daughter's going to grow up and that she's going to choose the wrong guy who's not going to treat her right. And then she's going to have a long life of being mistreated or betrayed or whatever else. And I was just thinking about some principles that I think are important for us as fathers to really consider when, as we're raising our daughters, so that they have the best shot to inoculate them from choosing the wrong guy and to have them choose the right guy. And so I just had a few thoughts on my mind, 3 things actually I want to just share, 3 points for fathers out there on how important you are in the life of your daughter and helping her to grow and eventually choose the right man to be with. The first principle I was thinking of is that we as fathers, we need to choose our daughters. They need to know that they matter. That means we need to take our time to be engaged with them. We need to get to know them. We need to not just provide the financial parts of life for them as they're growing up, but we need to be an emotional, sense of strength, source of strength for them as they're growing, getting to know the ins and outs of their worlds, what their likes and their dislikes are, who are the boys that they're interested in, who are their friends, showing up for their, sports or other activities, being there when it's hard, when they're going through hard things and helping them learn to fight their own battles. That's our job as men. That's our job as fathers. And if we're showing up that way for them, if they know they matter to us, they learn a pattern of interacting with other people who will show them that they matter too. And they will begin to filter out the people that would take advantage of them or not show up in strength for them. And they learn through the way that we treat them that they matter. The second principle is that if you want your daughter to marry a good man, be a good man to their mother. Our daughters are watching us. They pay attention. They see the way that you show up at home, in the way you respect your wife, in the way you treat her, in the way you talk to her, in the way you argue with her. They watch. And whether we like it or not, we are the reality of what they have around them. The biggest source of their masculinity and what they're going to learn about masculinity is going to come from you. And if they're seeing a man treat a woman with kindness and love and respect and strength, they're going to naturally gravitate towards a man in their own life that's going to treat them the same ways. So it's vitally important that we as men are showing up in our own marriages, in our own lives. Maybe you're divorced now, maybe you're a single parent. You can still treat their mother with respect, and it makes a big difference in the life of your daughter. And then the last thing that I was thinking of is, this just happened with my daughter a few weeks ago, is the idea of teaching our daughters to shoot. Now, this sounds weird, and I know that most people don't think about this, but I was out hunting with my daughter a few weeks ago, and she's been to the gun range with me several times now. She's proficient with a gun. She knows how to shoot. She knows how to look at certain ranges and how far the target is away and be able to put the crosshairs. And at a certain level, when we were out hunting, she showed up with a ton of confidence. And what I mean by that is that she's become competent at being able to shoot. And because of that competence, it builds her confidence. And when she's confident, she's going to be able to stand strong. When she's in a relationship and someone starts to treat her wrong, she's going to be able to speak up or set boundaries or say no, because she knows how to shoot. She knows how to protect herself and her values. And that's our job as men, is to teach our daughters those values and to instill in them that it's okay to fight for those things with all they've got. And we can help them in their lives with that. So they have a problem with somebody at school. It's on us not to just go to the school and line that person out for them. It's on us to take our daughter to the school and teach her how to protect herself and line herself out with those values. It's on us to be there in those moments in teaching them how to shoot, how to set their own boundaries, how to have their own voice, how to show up in their own strength, how to value themselves as people who are worthy of being treated with kindness and love and respect. And when we teach our kids how to shoot, that helps us to know that when we're not there for them, they can take care of themselves. It's scary as a father to think about your daughters going out into the world and knowing that you can't be there all the time to protect them. As much as we'd want to, and as much as we'd be willing to, the simple fact is that we won't always be there for them in those moments. And so if we teach them those values and teach them how to shoot, they can take care of themselves, and we will have done our job as fathers. So hopefully this is helpful for you guys, you men out there who have daughters and know what's pressing on my heart. I know it's pressing on yours too. You are vitally important. Your influence in your daughter's life is imperative for their development and for helping them to grow up and find men who will take good care of them and treat them with love and respect. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you so much for being here with me. If you found this to be valuable for you, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you're facing particular struggles that you need help with or roadblocks that you're running into, please submit a question. I'd be happy to answer it for you.